Hello and welcome to the Cabinet of Creations, where you will find horror, beauty and the perfectly imperfect. Hello and welcome. I was inspired to do this doll custom by the 1973 film The Exorcist. I think pretty much everyone knows this film by now. I wanted to recreate the bed scene with my own sort of, not a replica, but replicate. I was inspired by the scene, so I did my own version. That's what I'm trying to say. So I start off by making her nightie. I wing it on every single one. I don't actually have a template. So I roughly do size of the nightie by sort of tracing round the doll body itself and then adding extra. Then I turn right sides in, and so I do the same for the sock and the pillowcase and the quilt, not forgetting to leave little gaps for the pillowcase and quilt so it can be turned inside out. Don't seal all the edges. I made the mattress by putting some material over some thin foam and then doing a little bit of detail with orange cotton thread. And then to get the kind of indents of where buttons would be on the mattress, I simply knotted it on the one side, put the needle through to the other and pulled and tightened it. And props can't be normally complete without good old lollipop sticks, so here we go, mixture of different woods here. And again use the wider lollipop sticks to make a box which will go underneath the middle of the bed just to help with the structure and the strength. I do my favourite pastels, making it look all old. I've actually done another box which sits next to it with the signs do not open. So I don't know, maybe your imagination could run wild and perhaps the possession of the person on the bed is something to do with that old box. I don't know. And she obviously opened it a bit like a Dibbet box, like in my last doll repaint, if you want to go and look at that. Well, not the last one, because the last one was like an alien spider. The one before that. My favourite way of changing the skin now, as you can see it's gone from blue to a skin colour, is to actually paint it first and then go over with layers of soft pastels. I find then you don't have to do as many layers if it's already got a base, sort of like a primer of paint underneath, matching the colour of the skin that you want to do. So I'm just going in with the same soft pastels and blushing the head and the body, ready for the details and the face up. If you like this video, you may like my previous and future videos. Please consider subscribing. It'll mean such a lot. Thank you. I'm actually using Mod Podge photo transfer medium, which is really good for creating bumps and lumps and also tyre treads, ironically, which if you see one of my doll stand videos you'll know exactly what I mean. But for here I'm doing it all the lovely layers of cut skin. Delightful. And when that's dry I then go in with various shades of blood, flesh, bruising, etc. using pastels and watercolour pencils. I wanted her to have really sort of dry, scabby, dehydrated, crusty lips, and a way to do this was to use, again, the Mod Podge. After spraying the face with a couple of layers of Mr. Super Clear, after I'd done the blushing, I then went in with Inktense watercolour pencils. I find these give a really good pigment. Oh, just a bit of a side note here. I know I'm doing the eyes in white here, but later on I decided to do them more evil and black. I've kept in the white eye version here because it shows other processes that I've did and steps, such as the eye shading, etc. So ignore the white eyes, pretend they're black. If you really struggle with eyebrows, don't forget they're sisters, not twins. I'm just applying gloss to the eyes and mouth. Well, a little bit to the mouth because I wanted it to appear quite dry and crusty. So, and don't forget, little wet bits, shiny bits on all the fresh blood marks. I'm just going in with watercolour pencils just to give a few details for the knuckles. Right, now it's on to hair and other effects. So I'm using my favourite chunky wool here, separating it and then simply sticking it on. I stuck this on with super glue, too impatient to wait for PVA or tacky glue to dry. Obviously the green's sick there, just like in the Exorcist movie. Again, little details I think really help with things. I'm just going in with some fake blood. It does dry if you don't pull it on too thick, otherwise it stays wet for quite a while. But yeah, I'm just smudging it all in here and letting it go on the socks and little drips here and there. So there she is. I'll give her a little fringe as well, which is lovingly stuck to her cuts on her head. And here are the final photos. Following this announcement, there are 7 seconds of flashing imagery. Viewers' discretion is advised.